All right. Okay, fans, welcome to beautiful Elks Field here in Brooks, Alberta, for tonight's WCBL action right here on the Flow Sports Network. We are going to get the coaches meeting and umpires meeting done here shortly, and then from there we're going to get after it. So let's take a look at the Energy City Cactus Rats starting lineup. Starting at shortstop, number 6'10", Shindo. Starting at third base, number 33, Robert De La Garza. Hitting third is your designated hitter, number 10, Timo Aracena. Batting cleanup for the Cactus Rats, the first baseman, number 35, Zach Piles. Hitting in the 5 spot, number 40, the center fielder, Elias Campbell. In the 6th spot is going to be the catcher, number 26, Nick Hagen. Batting 7th, the second baseman, number 16, Cooper Davis. Batting 8th, the left fielder, number 13, Kenyon Sanders. And batting 9th, the right fielder, number 1, Jaden Cummings. Handling the pitching duties today for the Cactus Rats is going to be right-hander, number 20, Tristan Harley. Moving over to the Bombers. Your starting lineup is going to be number 5, shortstop, J.R. Bedford. Batting second, the left fielder, number 3, Christian Altamirano. Batting third, the third baseman, number 10, Seth Recker. Batting cleanup, your designated hitter, number 40, Lucas Rick. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 15, Liam Kirsch. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 26, Troy Morrow. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 44, Heath Hatchkowski. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 33, Kai Hopful. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 20, Maddox Shaver. And handling the pitching duties for your Bombers is going to be number 39, left-hand pitcher Cody Butt. Those are your starting lineups for tonight's WCBL action right here on the Flow Sports Network. First pitch will be coming up here shortly. Get settled in for some great baseball action right here on the Flow Sports Network. All right, fans, we are back. We're getting ready to go here at Elks Field. 7:05 start. Looks like we're going to be very close to that. Let's take you around the field here for the Bombers' defensive lineup. We're going to go through the infield. We're going to start at first base, go left to right. At first base is number 33, Kai Hopful. Over at second base is number 20, Maddox Shaver. Shortstop today is number 5, J.R. Bedford. Over at third base is number 10, Seth Recker. Moving left to right in the outfield. In left field is number 3, Christian Altamirano. Center field, number 26, Troy Morrow. And in right field is number 44, Heath Hatchkowski. Your battery today for your Brooks Bombers is going to be on the mound, left-hander from Bellevue University, number 39, Cody Butt. And behind the plate from Indiana State University, number 15, Liam Kirsch. We've got a Canadian battery tonight, Cody from St. John's, Newfoundland, and Liam from Toronto, Ontario. Get ready for some action-packed baseball here today at Brooks Field as we have the first place. Look at that, I almost called them Edmonton. The Energy City Cactus Rats taking on the 2-2 Brooks Bombers. These two teams played just not too long ago, in which the Cactus Rats took that game by a score of 14-10. Cactus Rats are coming off last night's victory, a home game in Sylvan Lake, beating them 8-7. Here we go, your first pitch coming up to the shortstop, 10 Shindo, and we've got strike one. The Cactus Rats, 3-1 on the season, sitting in first place in the West Division. And the Brooks Bombers sitting 2-2, and they are in second place. Cody Butt fires and delivers strike two. 0-2 the count to Shindo. And 3 pitches, and we've got ourselves our first out. Shindo goes down on strikes, and we've got one away. Cody Butt working quick here in the first inning, dialed in, and we've got one away. Now stepping to the plate is the third baseman, number 33, Robert De La Garza. That pitch is going to miss low. Your umpires for tonight, over at first base, is going to be Barrett Fleck. Over at third is Mike Richards. And calling balls and strikes tonight is Matt Ben. Butt falls behind, 2-0. to the right-handed hitting Garza. That pitch is going to miss up. Garza hitting .250 on the season, 4 for 16 with a double. 3 balls, no strikes. The count to De La Garza, but delivers, and that's going to be strike 1. Cody has played in the league previously with the Fort Mac Giants. That pitch is going to miss away, and we've got our first base runner. So De La Garza gets on via the walk, and he'll make his way down to first base. Cody got to town yesterday, and he's on the mound today. Now stepping to the plate is the designated hitter, number 10, Timo Aracena. He's going to hit that one just over the outstretched glove of Cody Butt. That's going to get into center field for a single. So with runners on first and second, that'll bring up the Cactus Rats top hitter, Zach Piles, the first baseman, hitting .538, 7 for 13. He's got a home run, which happened to come here last Saturday. Or should I say, and he hits one right back up the middle. Morrow's going to get it. He's going to throw. Kai Hoffel's going to pick it up. That ball's going to squirt away, and it's going to allow Piles to move to second, and Aracena's going to score. So if Hopfel holds that ball, we're status quo with runners at first and third. However, on the error, that's going to push Piles to second. And Aracena is going to score. And the Cactus Rats have jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead. No. 3. So Piles is at third base. Not sure I agree with that. And Cody now throws a first pitch strike to the center fielder, Elias Campbell. Curveball from Cody, but is now 0-2. So back-to-back singles for the Cactus Rats, and now Cody has found his groove again. That just misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Elias Campbell hitting .111 on the season. He's going to chop that to short. Bedford picks it up. He's going to throw it over to Hopfel, and we've got ourselves 2 away. Piles comes in on the fielder's choice, or should I say the 6-3 putout. He'll get himself an RBI, and that's going to bring up the Piston Broke beer batter. Nick Hagen steps to the plate. He'll be the catcher for the Cactus Rats. He doesn't have any stats, hasn't played yet this year, and the count is going to be 1-1. So the Cactus Rats have jumped out to an early 3-0 lead. Cody delivers, and that's going to be strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Hagen. Chokes up the left-handed hitter. That's the reason why we picked him as the Piston Broke beer batter. lefty-lefty matchup. The only left-handed hitter in the Cactus Rats lineup, but just misses. And the count is 2-2. There's the delivery. Slider away. Full count. Butt comes set. There's the pitch, and that's going to be fouled back. Count remains full to the catcher Hagen. 2 away here. Cactus Rats have themselves a 3-0 lead right here in the top of the first at Elks Field. Here comes the pitch, and your beer batter is going to go down looking. So the Cactus Rats score 3 runs. There were 2 hits. There was 1 bomber error, and there was nobody left on base. So we head to the bottom half of the first inning with the Cactus Rats up 3-0 on your Flow Sports Network. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Let's talk some baseball. So it looks like we have Zach Piles over at first base. Cooper Davis playing second. Ten Shindo at short. Robert De La Garza is at third base. In left field is number 13, Kenyon Sanders. Center fielder is Elias Campbell. The right fielder is Jaden Cummings. On the mound today is Tristan Harley, and he's throwing to Nick Hagen. Leading off for your Brooks Bombers is going to be the shortstop, number 5, J.R. Bedford. First pitch from Harley is going to be called a ball. Bedford hitting .375 on the season. For the Bombers, he is 3 for 8. Hit a home run last, actually, what day is it? I get my days mixed up. Off day Tuesday. That would have been Monday against the Dogs. So 2-0 the count to Bedford. The delivery from Harley is not there. 3-0. And called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff hitter for the Bombers, your shortstop, J.R. Bedford. Harley comes back as Bedford swings through the 3-1 pitch. That's going to load it up. Full count to the shortstop. Here's the pitch from Harley. Bedford goes down on strikes. One away. So Harley falls down 3-0, works his way back, and sends Bedford back to the dugout on strikes. Now stepping to the plate is the left fielder, number 3, Christian Altamirano. First pitch to Altamirano is going to be fouled back. Okay. 0-1 the count to Altamirano. Harley set to deliver. That pitch is going to miss. 1-1 the count to Altamirano. Christian hitting .091. He's got 1 hit and 11 at-bats to go along with 3 RBIs. That's going to miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. That pitch is going to be swung and missed. 2-2 the count to Altamirano. Steps in from the left-hand side. Harley set to deliver, and that's going to be fouled back. Tristan Harley is a junior out of Tallahassee, Florida at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Altamirano is going to take the 2-2 pitch outside. Full count.
Gotta be there, Christian. Here you go, kid.
6 pitch at bat. This will be pitch 7 from Harley. Altamirano is going to pop that up. And that's going to be caught by the left fielder.
Coming to the bat, number 10, Seth Recker.
So 2 away here. Bottom half of the first inning. And that's going to bring the third baseman, number 10, Seth Recker, to the plate. Recker hitting .231, 3 for 13, 2 of those hits being home runs. First pitch to Recker is called ball 1. Slider comes in at strike 1. 1-1 the count to Recker. One and 1 the count. Recker is going to hit that into left field for a single. 1-1 single for Recker. That's going to put him on base with 2 outs. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Lucas Rick. The native of Rockford, Michigan, hitting a 111, 1 for 9 on the early part of the season here. First pitch from Harley is going to be called strike 1. Rick falls behind 0-1. Recker at first, 2 away. Cactus Rats out to an early 3-0 lead. The 0-1 pitch Misses. 1-1. Back-to-back off-speed pitches to the big designated hitter. Rick gets set. Recker with his lead. Here comes the pitch. Another off-speed. Rick out in front, and the count is 1-2. 1-2, the count to Recker. Here goes the pitch. And Rick is going to foul that off. So 3 off-speed pitches followed by the fastball, and Rick is late. Fouls it off. The count remains 1-2 to the designated hitter, Rick. Recker off to a lead at first, step by step. Here's the pitch. That ball is hit third baseman, who De La Garza throws it across to Piles, and Lucas Rick will be retired with a 5-3 putout. 3 away. So the Bombers, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. After 1 complete here in Brooks at Elks Field, the Cactus Rats 3, your Bombers 0. All the action right here on the Flow Sports Network.
After the first, the Bombers had 1 hit and 1 error to the score. The Cactus Rats lead 3-0.
The girls got it. Oh yeah.
Space bar, and then they'll be good till the homers come up.
And we'll yell at you, like if you're slow, just don't take it personally. Space bar, space bar, space bar! You know, just like that.
If he yells too much, just yell back.
Yeah. Throw something soft at me.
And here's a little reminder, be sure to grab your 50/50 tickets. You still haven't seen the 50/50 Ziller yet? No worries, you can grab them right now from your seat and on your phone at bombers5050.com. Ticket sales are open until the end of the 6th inning, and the winning number is drawn after the 7th inning. Bombers 50/50 is proudly sponsored by Cooley Coach Line.
Back here for the top of the 2nd inning. And the second baseman, Cooper Davis, will step up to the plate. He'll take ball 1. Here comes the pitch from Cody, and he's going to miss outside. 2-0. Cooper Davis, first game, first action for the Cactus Rats. He's going to take that 2-0 pitch, and he's going to foul it back. 2-1 the count to second baseman Cooper Davis. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be fouled back. Butt works his way back from 2-0 back to even up at 2-2. Comes set. That pitch is going to be called strike 3. Davis goes down looking for out number 1. That is the 3rd strikeout early in the ball game for Cody Butt. So with one away here in the top of the second inning, it's going to bring up the left fielder, Kenyon Sanders. First pitch to Sanders is going to be called strike one. Lefty looks in. That's going to be right back at him. And that's going to be a 1-3 putout for the second out of the inning. So, Butt fields it himself, runs it over, underhand toss to Hopful at first, and we are 2 away. Now stepping to the plate is going to be the right fielder, Jaden Cummings. First pitch to Cummings, misses away, ball 1. 1-0 to the right fielder. Cummings will swing through the second offering, and that evens it up at 1-1. Cummings, swing and miss, and the count runs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Be great for the Bombers to have a quick inning defensively and get back into the dugout, rattle those sticks, and see if we can't put up a crooked number. And Cummings will go down on strikes. That is the 4th strikeout of the day for number 39, Cody Butt, as he strikes out Jaden Cummings to end the second inning. So we head to the bottom half of the second in 1 minute.
During that second inning for the Cactus Rats, they had no hits, no runs, and no one left on base.
All right. Okay, here we go. We are ready for the bottom half of the second inning as we have our catchers stepping to the plate. Number 15, Liam Kirsch. Kirsch hitting 125 so far this season. Harley's going to deliver the first pitch at the bottom half of the second for a called strike. Looks like we've got a technical issue with the earpiece of Hagen. There we go. So 0-1 is the count to Kirsch. And Harley is going to deliver. And that's going to be strike 2. 0-2 the count to Kirsch. Harley jumps out. Here's your 0-2 pitch. It's going to be missing outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to the catcher. 1-2. And that's going to miss outside. Count is going to even up at 2-2 to the Toronto native, Kirsch. Right-handed hitter. And he's going to swing through that. First strikeout. That's going to be out number 1.
Number 26, Troy.
So with one away here, the bottom half of the second inning. That's going to bring the center fielder, number 26, Troy Morrow, to the plate. Harley's first pitch tomorrow is going to be called a strike. 0-1 the count to the Manteca, California native, Modesto Junior College. And he's going to swing through his second pitch from Harley. 0-2. One away. Cactus Rats out to a 3-0 lead off a pair of hits and a bomber error. That's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Levi, there's 1 out. Oh, you got her. Sorry, buddy.
Morrow, had he stayed where he was, he's going to make his way down to first. And at a 1-2 count, some guys will take that any day. But you scooch out of the way, and now you got to see if you can dig yourself out of a hole. 2-2 the count tomorrow. Harley set to deliver. Inside, ball 3, as Matt Ben checks down the third base umpire, who says no go. Full count tomorrow. Here's the pitch from Harley. He's going to foul that off, stay alive. Morrow had, I think, about a 10 pitch at bat on Monday. Foul just to put everything off before flying out. So Harley looking in. Here's the full count pitch and fouls it off. Morrow's got 6 at-bats, 1 RBI, 2 walks, struck out 3 times, and he's looking for his first hit as a bomber. He won't find it this at-bat, but he's going to hustle down to first base as he earned himself a walk. So that's a runner on first with 1 away.
Number 44, Heath Hachkowski.
And that'll bring up to the plate the right fielder, number 44, Heath Hachkowski. Hachkowski's first action, other than stepping on the mound, where he went 1 inning, striking out all 3 batters. First pitch to Hachkowski's outside, ball 1. Hachkowski attending Benedictine University Mesa this past year. Morrow takes his lead, the throw over, safe. Nope. Just leave it, but we'll find it. So the pitch to Hachkowski. Morrow is on his way to second with a stolen base. So Hachkowski swings through that. Count is 1-1. That ball's going to squirt away. And Morrow's going to make his way 90 feet from scoring the Bombers' first run. So the count to Hachkowski is 2-1. Yeah, just pick off and then stolen base. So Morrow at third base. Hatchkowski with the 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So full count. Runner at third. Hatchkowski puts the bat on the ball. Bombers are going to get themselves a run and cut the deficit that the Cactus Rats have jumped out to. That pitch is going to be strike three. Hatchkowski goes down looking, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. So Morrow still hung up at third, and that'll bring up the first baseman, number 33, Kai Hopful. Harley strikes out Hatchkowski in a key at bat with Morrow in scoring position at third base. Hopful takes the first pitch for a ball. Hopful also looking for his first hit as a Bomber. Matt Benn checking down with first base umpire Barrett Fleck. Did not go. Hopful 2-0. Sit on the fastball here. And there it is. 2 balls, 1 strike to the first baseman Hopful. 2 away here, bottom 2. Cactus Rats have that lead, 3-0 with Morrow at third base. Another fastball and a swing and a miss. 2-2 the count to Kai Hopful. Harley comes set. There's the pitch. That ball is going to handcuff Hagen. Keeps it in front of him. We got a full count. If Hopful can work himself to first base or beyond, that'll bring up the second baseman, Maddox Shaver, who's hitting .444, the top hitter for the Bombers. And there it is. So Hopful finds himself working him count, and he's headed down to first base. It's going to be runners on the corners for the Bombers with 2 away. As I mentioned, Shaver 4 for 9. Scored a couple runs. He's got an RBI. Stolen base. Hopful taking his lead at first. And the first pitch to Shaver is a swing and a miss. Strike 1. 0-1 the count to Shaver. Sophomore season at McCook Community College. Harley picks over at first. Hopful back in time. 0-1 the count to Shaver. Little bingo by the guy. There's another throw over to Zach Piles. Hopful slides back in safely. Shaver steps back in. Harley comes set. Here's the pitch. That's going to miss low. 1-1 the count to Shaver. Again, if we can extend the inning, get back up to the top of the order with J.R. Bedford, and get ourselves right back into this ball game. There's the pitch. Sweet chin music as Shaver ducks out of the way of that pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Here you go, Maddox. Gotta come. Go, kid.
I don't know how much you want to dig in after that pitch. That's it. That's it. Single back up the middle, and Shaver stays hot. Fifth hit, single up the middle, brings in Morrow, and we've got a 3-1 ball game.
Coming to the bat, leadoff hitter,
RBI single from Shaver, and that's going to bring out the pitching coach from the Cactus Rats, as they're going to talk strategy with J.R. Bedford stepping into the batter's box. Matt Ben comes out. Matt Ben comes out to break up the Cactus Rat party.
Writes down all of the strikes, everything. He writes
So, JR, take your time, kid. Like you can.
So with 2 away, runners on first and second, Bedford steps in against Harley. Off-speed pitch for strike one. Top of the order for the Bombers, Bedford struck out in the first inning. He's got a chance for redemption to keep this inning alive. And he's going to swing at that pitch way outside. Fooled on the off-speed pitch. Curveball, slider. I don't have the best view either way. Bedford bid on it. 0-2 the count to J.R. Bedford. Fastball, and Bedford fouls it straight back. Count remains 0-2. Shaver on first, Hopful on second, 2 away. Bombers have plated 1 run. Troy Morrow scored, got on via walk, stole second. Here's the pitch, and Bedford's going to go down swinging, and that's going to end the second inning. So the Bombers, they get 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. After 2 complete, the Cactus Rats 3, your Bombers 1, right here on the Flow Sports Network.
In the Bombers' half of the second inning, they scored 1 run on 1 hit, and now scored a 3-1 after 2. Loving the WCBL action? Don't let the final out
probably don't have that. Well, I moved him
all
over,
the
so
baseball action
I didn't give a
on
secondary.
FloCollege. With live games, highlights, and replays.
I might not have given any error. I just failed pick off. Okay. You know, I kind of got it right.
That's Flo.
Probably could give an error to the second baseman or
FloCollege.com.
whoever, right? There should be an error there, right?
No, the ball squirts away and
Okay.
squirts away. It wasn't really bad.
Okay. Well, then I scored it right.
Maybe a mental error because they didn't actually go to first base.
Up the bat, number 6, Ken Shindo.
Top of the third inning here, and the Cactus Rats are back to the top of their order with shortstop Ten Shindo. Shindo struck out in the first inning on 3 straight pitches. So first pitch, ball 1. Cody Butt delivers. Shindo swing and a miss. 1-1 is the count to Shindo.
Take your time, Cody. Let's go, kid. You can, bud.
But that's a chopper over his head. Bedford picks it up. Easy throw over to first. And Shindo is retired 6-3. Bedford smooth over at shortstop. Gets the high chopper. Sidearm release. 3 o'clock slot. Over to Hopful for the first out. Next up is the third baseman, Robert De La Garza. This is where the first inning went a little bit sideways with a walk, back-to-back singles, mix in an error, and the Cactus Rats scored 3. There we go, back on track as Cody Butt delivers a strike. 1-1. Right-handed hitting third baseman De La Garza. Swing and a miss.
Left side, strong side.
De La Garza, 250. Hitter is down 1-2. Next pitch comes in, and that's going to be fouled back. Count remains 1-2 as Garza fouls that one back off the netting. Here's the pitch. De La Garza barely gets a piece of that slider. Actually, maybe I should watch the live stream so I can get a better angle on this. 1-2. That ball's going to be hit high. In the infield, Shaver. He's underneath, and that's going to be out number 2. F4 in the books. Shaver gets underneath that one. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Timo Aracena, with 2 away. So Aracena singled right back up the middle. First pitch, called strike. Looks like Cody Butt is starting to settle in, get a little bit more comfortable on the mound. Deep breath. And Aracena is going to foul that one off, and Cody Butt is up 0-2.
Let's go, Cody.
Aracena, 471, 8 for 17. Leads the Cactus Rats in hits. One ball, 2 strikes to the designated hitter with 2 away. Butt set to deliver, and that ball is fouled well over the Cactus Rats dugout. 1-2 the count to Aracena, the right-handed hitting designated hitter. That pitch, big strikeout. Cody Butt with some emotion as he strikes out Aracena to end the top of the third. He's fired up, and so are we, as we head to the bottom half of the third with the Cactus Rats up 3-1 on the Flow Sports Network. Who's an albatross? You're an albatross. We don't get to control this way, zoom in and out. Okay, we're back. Bottom half of the third. Stepping to the plate is the left fielder, number 3, Christian Altamirano. He's going to take the first pitch from Tristan Harley for strike 1. Harley delivers. That's down in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Altamirano had some good conversations with this kid. He's a super nice kid. Adams State University, Denver, Colorado. That ball is going to be hit out to left. And looks like Kenyon Sanders makes that play. F7, out number 1. Back-to-back F7s for Altamirano. And that will bring the third baseman, Seth Recker, to the plate with 1 away. Recker singled in his first at-bat. And Harley delivers strike 1. Recker 0-1. 1 away. Bottom 3. Here comes the pitch from Harley. That's going to be hit up the middle. Shindo gets there, throws it across. And Recker is going to be retired. 2 away. So with 2 outs, that'll bring to the plate the designated hitter, Lucas Rick. Harley set to deliver, and Rick is going to swing through, strike 1.
Shortstop to first. Yeah. We got it.
0-1. And that's going to miss low. 1-1 to count to Rick. Looked really good in BP today. Spraying baseballs all over the field. And that pitch is going to miss up high as it does from Harley, and that's going to be 2-1. Two away, 3-1. Cactus Rats lead, bottom 3. 2-1 count to Rick. Good discipline, and he takes that ball for the third one as the count runs 3-1.
Go, Lucas, here you go.
Be on time. As a designated hitter in the 4-hole, you're not getting the fastball you wanted, and that's going to run it full. Will you get the fastball here, or are you going to go back to the off speed? We're going to find out, and that ball's going to be low. They check it. Rick did not go, and Rick is going to make his way down to first base with a walk. So with 2 away, we're going to get the party started by bringing Liam Kirsch, the catcher, to the plate with Lucas Rick on first base. Rick with his lead at first. Here's the pitch to Kirsch. He's going to miss low. 1 ball to the catcher, Liam Kirsch. And again, seeing if the Bombers can get things going here with 2 away. Boy, Harley is really working that slider. Starting at middle as it goes away from the right-handed hitters. 1-1 count. And there it is again. That ball's going to squirt Lucas Rick. There he goes. Big Country slides in to second base. And we got a runner in scoring position. So the ball squirts away from Nick Hagan, and Big Country makes his way down to second base. Here's the pitch from Harley. That's going to miss, and the count is 3-1. Probably going to get the fastball here. Be on time, Mr. 1-5. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That's going to miss, and we have two runners aboard. So Kirsch earns himself a walk, and we've got runners on first and second here. Two away, and Troy Morrow will step to the plate. So with two away, Kirsch at first, Rick at second. Morrow steps to the plate in a 3-1 ball game. Harley's going to deliver. Morrow's going to find the 5-6 hole. Kirsch is going to get to second. That ball's going to come in. Hagen's going to stop it. Rick holds up at third. Morrow has his first hit as a Bomber, and the bases are juiced for the Bombers here with two away. So with two away, that's going to bring up the right fielder, Heath Hatchkowski. Hatchkowski's last at bat. Morrow in scoring position, and he went down looking. So he's got a chance to redeem himself and hopefully put the Bombers back into this game. Swings at the first pitch. Count is 0-1. That pitch from Harley is going to mess up. 1-1 the count to Hatchkowski. Morrow at first, Kirsch second. Rick third. Two away. Bottom three. Here we go. Hatchkowski lays off the slider. 2 balls, 1 strike. Beauty night here. Little breeze, very light breeze. Here's the pitch. Hatchkowski takes that for a strike, and it's 2-2. Bottom three, chance for the Bombers to get right back into this game with one swing of the bat. And strike three, Hatchkowski's going to go down swinging with the bases loaded, and that's going to end the Bombers' threat here in the bottom half of the third. So the Bombers will not score. No runs. There was 1 hit. There were no Cactus Rats errors, and there were 3 runners left on base. So after 3 complete, score remains 3-1 Cactus Rats right here on your Flow Sports Network. Okay. Now we're headed to the top of the fourth inning here. Cactus Rats up 3-1. Stepping to the plate is the first baseman, number 35, Zach Piles. Scored. RBI, single, first at bat. Cody Butt delivers the first pitch to Piles, strike one. Second pitch is fouled over top the Cactus Rats dugout, and Cody Butt is up 0-2. Seems to be extremely effective when he's up. That'll allow him to work some magic with the off speed. That pitch is fouled away, and that's 0-2 again. See if we can expand the zone east-west. 0-2 pitch, and that's going to miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Piles. Right-handed hitter from New Orleans, Louisiana, at Barry University, a freshman. 2-2 the count to Piles. As Cody Butt comes set, delivers, and that ball is going to be lined into right field. Hatchkowski's going to pick it up, and he's going to throw it in second base. So Piles works a single in the leading off the fourth inning. So the leadoff hitter here in the fourth inning is going to get aboard, and Zach Piles, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Elias Campbell. Campbell's going to take the first pitch. He's going to foul it softly to the first base coach. Oh and 1. Count to Campbell. Piles at first. Top of 4. Butt delivers. That's right back. 1, 6, 3, and Campbell is safe at first base. So Campbell is on a fielder's choice. Pyle is put out 1-6, and Campbell is aboard. Stepping to the plate is your piston broke beer batter. That ball is going to squirt away from Kirsch. 0-1. Should I say 1-0? My apologies. 1 ball, no strikes to the catcher, Nick Hagen. Went down looking in the first inning. Campbell with his lead. That's going to miss. 2-0 to the left-handed hitter, Hagen. Campbell with the lead. And Hagen's going to foul that one back. 2 balls, 1 strike to Nick Hagen. Spruce Grove, hometown boy at Campbellsville University. He's a junior. Here's the 2-1. Campbell is on the move, and Hagen fouls that one back. Run the count 2-2. And now you know that Campbell has the ability to get in motion. 1 away. Hagen at the plate. Cody Butt delivers. That ball's hit to second base. Shaver. And Bedford elected not to throw. So 4-6 put out. Hagen is at first base, and there's 2 away. Cooper Davis steps to the plate, and he'll take the first pitch from Cody Butt up high. 1 ball. Here's the one. That pitch is going to be fouled off. 1-1 is the count to the second baseman, Cooper Davis. Spokane, Washington native, playing at Spokane Community College as a freshman. That pitch is going to miss up and away. 2 balls, 1 strike to the second baseman. Hagen at first, 2 away. Top of 4, Cactus Rats still status quo after scoring 3 in the first. And that ball is going to be hit high. And Cody Butt finally, look at that, he finds the ball. Hugs Kirsch. Not a lot of talk by the Bombers, but the pitcher makes the play, corrals the infield pop-up by Cooper Davis, F1, third out, and the Cactus Rats go down. No runs. There was 1 hit. There were no Bomber errors. There was 1 runner left on base. So after the top of the 4th, Cactus Rats still lead here 3-1 over the Bombers on the Flow Sports Network.
Coming at the bat, number 33, Kai Hoffel.
Okay, here we are. Bottom 4. Stepping to the plate is the first baseman, number 33, Kai Hoffel. First pitch from Harley, slider, in for a strike. 0-1 to Hoffel. Got a board on a walk in the second inning. He's going to swing through the second offering, and he is down 0-2. Work the 2-strike approach, and that's going to be inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the catcher. Should I say first baseman? I know he's a catcher, but played first base today. Harley's going to miss outside. That's going to run it even up at 2, 2-2. To the leadoff hitter here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Harley delivers. That's going to miss outside. Full count here to the leadoff hitter, Kai Hoffel. See if he can get on and put some pressure on the Cactus Rats. Hopfel's going to hit that ball, and it's going to get down. It's going to get past the center fielder. That's going to be in for a double. Great start for the Bombers as Hopful pokes that ball into left center, gets by Campbell, the center fielder, gets to the wall, and Hopful ends up at second base.
Number 20, Maddox Shaver.
Take your time, kid. Let's go. Take your time, kid. Take your time.
So that brings up to the plate second baseman Maddox Shaver. He's going to take strike one. Shaver, RBI single in the second. Done a great job so far early on in this season of hitting baseballs hard up the middle. And he's going to foul off the second pitch from Harley. He's down 0-2. Be great to find a way to get Hopful to third, if not all the way home. Down 0-2. Again, let's find the two-strike approach. Let's make it tough on these Cactus Rats pitchers. Here's the pitch from Harley. He's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hopful with his lead at second. Here's the pitch. Shaver fouls it off. One-two pitch. Harley set. Here it is. Shaver's going to swing right back into the catcher's glove, and that's going to be one away. So Shaver strikes out. And that's going to bring us back to the top of the order. J.R. Bedford, 0 for 2, struck out twice. See if he can find some barrel. Swing and a miss. Oh, and 1 the count to Bedford, the shortstop. Hopful taking his lead, 0-1 the count. Harley comes set. Here it is. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count to Bedford here. That's going to miss up high. Harley comes set here. 1-2. That ball's going to get in the dirt. Hagen's got to throw it down to Piles, and Bedford will be retired. Strikeout, but a 2-3 put out for the second out.
Number 3, Christian Altamirano.
Take your time, Christian. Let's go, kid. Like you can, bud. Let's go.
Altamirano is going to take the first pitch.
Take your time, Christian. Let's go, kid. Like you can, bud.
ball one. Harley comes set. 2 away here. And that pitch is going to be up high. One, 2 balls. Make that 3 balls to Altamirano. They do have first base open. There is 2 away. Bottom of the 4th. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be right down the middle, called strike 1. 3-1 to Altamirano. He can find some outfield grass. Give the Bombers a second run. Three-one count, 2 away. Bottom 4. Altamirano at the plate. And Harley's going to deliver. And that's going to be ball 4. So Altamirano earns himself a walk. We got runners on first and second.
Now coming to the bat, number 10, Seth Rector.
Let's go, Seth. Take your time, kid. Let's go.
Seth Recker is going to come to the plate. With 2 away, Altamirano at first, Hopful at second. First pitch, it's going to get in the dirt. Hagen keeps it in front. And he'll swing and miss through that pitch. Count is going to be even up at 1-1. Recker. Swing and a miss. That's going to run the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Harley up on Recker by a count of 1 and 2. 2 away here, bottom 4. Bombers pressing with runners on first and second. Hopful with the big lead at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning for the Bombers. They'll strand 2 more runners. That's going to total 8. Bombers strand 8 runners so far. They got no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. 2 runners left on base. So after 4 complete, the Cactus Rats lead your Bombers by a score of 3-1. Back in a minute. Cody Butt delivers the first pitch of the 5th inning. As strike one. He's going to miss up high with his next pitch to the left fielder, Kenyon Sanders. Sanders is 0 for 1. Comebacker to Butt in the 2nd. That pitch is going to be hit to the right fielder, Hatchkowski, who's going to end his at-bat with an F9. So Sanders goes down F9 for the first out here in the 5th inning.
Number 1, Jaden Cummings.
So what just happened there, Jay?
F9.
How many pitches?
Take your time, Cody. Like you can, kid. Let's
One
go.
ball, 2 strikes. Ball, strike.
Jaden Cummings at the plate. Butt delivers. That's going to miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to the right fielder, Cummings.
That's why, I was trying to remember if there's something where you fall behind, because undoing, but because that was a couple batters back, so it was just keep pitching. Yeah.
Cummings squares. He's going to foul that off, and that's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yes, he did. You betcha. Mike. No, that's not Mike Richards. Barrett Fleck rings up Cummings on the check swing, and that's going to be out number 2. So 2 away here in the top of the 5th. 6th strikeout for Cody Butt. And his first offering to 10 Shindo
Take your time, Cody. Let's go, kid. Like you can, bud.
is fouled back. So is the second one. 0-2 Shindo is. Butt's ahead in the count. Cody Butt comes set, 0-2, 2 away. Just going to miss. Great pitch by the left-hander. Must have hooked around the plate on that one. Nice pitch, Shindo, 1-2. There it is, fouled it back. 1-2 is the count. To 10 Shindo. That pitch is also fouled back. Shindo working the pitch count. Count remains 1-2. Leadoff hitter for the Cactus Rats. Going to miss outside and high. Shindo, 375. He's 0 for 2 today. So that average will dip down a little bit. There's the pitch. And that's going to miss. That's going to run the count full.
Take your time, Cody. Like you can, kid. Take your time.
Butt comes set. There's the pitch. That ball is going to be poked into right field for a single. Full count. Single for Shindo. He's going to extend the inning here. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, number 33, Robert De La Garza. Shindo at first, big lead. Butt comes set. Delivers. That ball is hit foul. Out of play. 0-1 the count to De La Garza. With Aracena on deck.
You don't do it all the time. It's once in a
0-1.
while.
Missing outside. Shindo held still there. He's going to get out to his lead, look for some action on the base paths here. Maybe a throw over. No, that ball is going to get hit, and that is also going to leave the ballpark. Foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the third baseman, De La Garza. There's Shindo, high. That ball. Oh, he's called out. Kirsch to Shaver. Throws out Shindo, and that's going to end the top of the 5th inning. So that is going to be a 6-4 putout to end the 5th for the Cactus Rats. So after that inning, we're going to head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Score remains 3-1 Cactus Rats on the Flow Sports Network.
Ticket sales are open until the end of the 6th inning, and the winning number will be drawn at 17. Bombers 50-50 is proudly sponsored by Free Coach Lines, the official charter of the Brooks Bombers. With more baseball to be seen on FloCollege, whether it's a walk-off home run or a game-saving strikeout. Today's ball games and thousands more are streaming live on FloCollege. Don't miss a moment. Head to FloCollege.com to start streaming now. That's FloCollege.com.
No, 28 is the second baseman. So we have a pitching change. And now entering the game on the mound for the Cactus Rats is going to be Cole Bolton.
Look for the one you like. Take your time, bud.
28 for 16, he said.
You have a pitching change as well.
As well.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So Cole Bolton is going to enter the game on the mound. And that's going to be the second ball to the designated hitter, Lucas Rick. Going to miss again. So Lucas Rick is going to find himself heading down to first base to lead off the bottom half of the 5th inning. So 4 straight from the new pitcher, Bolton.
Number 15, Liam Kerr.
So that'll bring up Liam Kirsch. Rick at first. Nobody out here, bottom 5. First pitch, called ball one. So that's 5 in a row from Bolton. Bolton, left-hander, a sophomore at Auburn University, Montgomery. As Kirsch fouls that one back. And the count's going to be 1-1. That ball from Kirsch is going to be over to Shindo. That's going to be a 4-6-3 for the Bombers. They are going to have 2 outs as the Cactus Rats turn the double play, and in one pitch, you got 2 outs.
Up to bat, number 26, Troy Morrow.
Go, Troy.
So Rick is squashed with the leadoff walk, and Kirsch hits into a double play. So 2 away. Troy Morrow, the center fielder, is going to step to the plate. He's going to take ball 1.
Take your time, Troy. Let's go, kid. Like you can. There's no need like there, Troy. Take your time. Like you can, kid.
And Morrow is going to take a 4-pitch walk. So maybe if Kirsch was a little bit more selective, maybe he's getting something a little bit better to hit. Anyways, we can't go back and deal with that. But we can move forward, and Hatchkowski steps to the plate with Morrow at first base. Morrow stole a bag earlier in the game. Bolton's going to throw over. Two away here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Morrow's at first, got a board on the walk. Hatchkowski steps to the plate. Throws over again. Piles moves to his left to corral the ball. Morrow back in plenty of time. Bolton delivers. That's going to be low. Hagen gets it in front. One ball.
Take your time. Like you can, kid. Take your time. There's the one you want.
Morrow takes his lead, jumps. Bolton throws over. Piles applies the tag. Safe. Hatchkowski ready on the right-hand batter's box. Here's the pitch. That's going to miss low. 2 balls, no strikes. To Hatchkowski. That's also going to miss inside. 3-0 to Hatchkowski. You got Hopful on deck. He's fresh off the double in the 4th. Got a base on balls in the 2nd. 3-0 pitch coming to Hatchkowski to make it ball 4. Morrow to second, Hatchkowski to first. And we got runners in scoring position. Hagen out to talk to Bolton here. 2 away.
Take your time, kid. Let's
I said
go.
you can keep it going until the catcher comes back. That's okay. No worries.
Like you can, kid. Let's go.
All right. One runner at first, runner at second. We have 2 outs. Flash of the sign. And the second baseman. Hopful takes the first pitch, ball low.
Get out of there, Kai. Take your time, kid. Do what you want. Take your time.
Do not swing until he puts a strike in there. He's a good setter.
Bolton having a real tough time. Now some of the fans getting into it.
Take your time, Kai. Like you can, kid. Take your time.
That's going to be ball 3. Hopful 1 ball away from getting on base. Loading him up for the second baseman. Maddox Shaver, here it is. And there it is. Bolton finds the strike zone, 3-1. You had to figure he's going to do it sooner or later. Bolton comes set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be ball 4. Hopful's going to make his way down to first base, and that's going to load them up. So that's going to push Morrow over to third, Hatchkowski to second. Hopful now down to first, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Maddox Shaver. Shaver singled, RBI in the second. Went down on strikes, swinging in the fourth. He's going to take the first pitch from Bolton, strike 1.
Find some grass there, Maddox. Take your time, kid. Take your time.
0-1 the count to Shaver. Bolton comes set. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1-1.
Take your time, Max. Let's go, kid. He's the one you want, Max. Take your time.
There's a. Oh, that ball is hit high. Is that going to be enough? It is! That is a grand slam! Maddox Shaver, let's go! Bombs away, baby! Bombers played 4 runs on 1 swing. Maddox Shaver hitting a grand slam, and he gives the Bombers a 5-3 lead. Bottom 5 with 2 away. That ball gets over the fence, and the Bombers have taken a lead. Maddox Shaver, stay hot, kid. 2 for 3 today. He's got all 5 RBIs for the Bombers. Bedford swinging first pitch, fouls that one down the left field line. Off the crack of the bat, I'm not going to lie, thought it might have a chance, and it did. Shaver gives the Bombers the lead. So with 2 away, that'll bring up the shortstop, J.R. Bedford. 1 strike, and he's going to take the next pitch for a strike as well.
Who's the one you like there, JR? Take your time, kid.
Has to find a way with 2 strikes to maybe extend the inning. Here's the pitch from Bolton, and Bedford is going to go down looking. So the Bombers plate 4 runs on 1 swing of the bat. A big one from the second baseman, Maddox Shaver. There were no Cactus Rats errors and nobody left on base. So after 5 complete, The Bombers are going to jump out to the lead now with a 5-3 score as we head to the top of the 6th inning.
Half of that inning, we had scored 4 runs on 1 hit with no errors and nobody left on base. Number 44, Cactus. This pitching change is brought to you by Fergie's Limited, your local trusted light, net, neutral, mechanical specialist. Up to bat, number 33, Robert De La Garza.
Go, Hayden. Go, he.
We got a few changes here in the top of the 6th inning. Heath Hatchkowski, he is going to move from right field to the mound. Peyton Matthews is going to join the game. He's going to jump into center field. He will eliminate the designated hitter. As Hatchkowski takes the bump. So 1-1 the count to De La Garza. That pitch is going to miss. 2 balls, 1 strike to the third baseman. Two and one, De La Garza. That pitch fouled back into the glove of the catcher, Liam Kirsch. 2-2 the count. Saskatoon putting the hurt on the Fort McMurray Giants in the top of the 5th by a score of 13-1. 2-2 to count to De La Garza. Here's the pitch from Hatchkowski. And De La Garza is going to go down strikes looking. 1 out. Moose Jaw, Weyburn are all tied up at 3 in the top of the 6th. Lethbridge and Swift Current, bottom of 8, tied up 2-2. Okotoks up 5-3 on Sylvan Lake in the bottom of the 6th. And Medicine Hat is down 1 to Regina, 5-4. Ericina, he's going to take the first pitch from Hatchkowski and hit that ball over J.R. Bedford's glove for a single. So, one away. Zach Piles stepping to the plate with Aracena at first base. Hatchkowski getting ready. Here's the pitch. And Piles is going to hit that ball to, and Matthews is going to track it for the second out of the inning. So F8, Piles is retired for the first time today. 2 for 3, couple singles. Now that's going to bring up the center fielder, Elias Campbell. Campbell's 0 for 2, couple ground ball outs. Hatchkowski getting ready. That pitch just missed.
For the last 2 weeks, that was a strike, Lou. Come on. Oh, different umpires. Hardly would have called that a strike.
Aracena at first takes his lead. That ball's hit softly to Shaver. He throws it over to Hopful, and that ends it on a 4-3 putout. Cactus Rats, 0 runs, 1 hit, no Bomber errors, 1 runner left on as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning on the FloCollege Sports Network. And the Bombers 5, Cactus Rats 3.
Oh yeah, not in the database. If this is not a new player, select the proper player after green. Maybe necessary to right click on the player and change the jersey number. What do we do? So Easton Katura wasn't in the database.
What do you mean?
28th. Easton Katura, it's on the sheet.
Just a reminder, all
He
those
wasn't in the
attendants,
database.
keep our ballpark looking clean
So
and tidy.
we-
And ask all fans
like
to
we
grab their
typed his name in.
cans and garbage and dispose them in the
But he's
proper
number 28.
receptacles. Spread around the ballpark as you leave today. We thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, that's just a warning. Okay, never mind. That's just a warning. It's not an error. Just tell if you're, yeah, but if it's something to look at. So Easton Katura, yeah.
We're good, Todd. We're good. We'll watch the game. Go, Christian. It's your time, kid. Let's go.
Batting up to bat number 3, Christian Altamirano.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Christian, let's go, kid.
Bottom half of the 6th inning. Altamirano hits that back up the middle. Second baseman backhand throws it over, and Altamirano is going to be retired. Four 3 put out.
Number 10, Seth Recker.
Let's go, Seth. Take your time, kid. Like you can, kid. Let's go. Choose the one you like, bud. Let's go. Take your time.
Seth Recker stepping to the plate. He is 1 for 3 today. Bolton delivers. That's going to go inside. Ball 1.
Take your time, Seth.
That pitch misses everything completely. Hits the backstop.
I'll sing the Symphony Stretch song.
2 balls to the third baseman, Seth Recker.
Take your time, Seth.
Bolton coming set. 2-0 pitch. Here it is. That's going to miss. Recker 3-0. 1 pitch away from 90 feet. Bolton delivers, and that's going to be a strike. 3-1 to the third baseman. Altamirano, the leadoff hitter, retired on a 4-3 putout. Here's the 3-1. Recker is going to hit that ball up in foul territory. Piles is going to corral it for the second out. So that's an F3.
Number 2, Peyton Matthews.
Now stepping to the plate is going to be center fielder Peyton Matthews.
Well, he's in there. Not under 28, he's not. Oh. So I don't know how a guy. I don't know. He's in there though. Like this. Goes
Take your time, Dan.
in between innings, I'll
Here's
figure
the
it
one
out.
you like. Take your time, bud.
Two balls, no strikes to the center fielder Matthews. 438 on the season, leading 7 for 16. That's going to miss outside.
Here's the one you like there, Ben. Take
Matthews,
your time. Let's go.
2 doubles, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 4 walks. Hit by pitch. 3-0 count to Matthews. You don't want to walk this kid, but you just did. Matthews gets aboard on the walk. Lots of speed on the base paths here. However, with the lefty Bolton, we'll see what kind of move he's got. Threw over quite a few times when Morrow was on first base. So Liam Kirsch steps to the plate. Bolton delivers, first pitch strike.
Take your time, Liam. Here's the one you like. Take your time, kid. Let's go.
On WCBL says 38.
Yeah.
Can we go back and change it?
You might be able to put 38. Try it.
Fail pickoff? Is that what that was again?
Yeah. Just some point streak blunders here as Edmonton, should I say the Cactus Rats, have a jersey number issue. Hopefully we can get it figured out. Try 38 and see what happens. Maybe up top. Instead of 28, try that. Yeah, I wonder if that would work. That ball's going to squirt. Matthews stays put. Anybody came in the 5th? Then that might be it.
Take your time, Liam.
Bolton inside. 3-1, the count to Kirsch. However, Katura is at third and Garza's at second now. Oh boy, Kirsch is going to hit that ball. He's going to get thrown out. So that's a 5-3. Trying to do a few things here.
Okay, so Easton Couture is where?
Third base. So the Bombers, no runs, no hits, no Cactus Rats errors, but there was 1 runner left on base. So after 6 complete here in Brooks at Elks Field, Bombers 5, Cactus Rats 3. We're moving on.
Who's at second base?
De La Garza.
Air. Because B is covered by 2 players at the same time. Well,
All right.
Beer batter, number 26, Nick.
Here, oh. Mornings. Oh, God.
Let's go, Heath. Take your time, kid. Let's go.
Nick Hagen stepping to the plate against Heath Hatchkowski. Top of 7. First pitch is up high.
Take your time, Heath. Like you can, kid. Let's go.
That ball is going to be hit up high. Right fielder Morrow underneath of it. And that's going to be out number 1. So F9 for Hagen, and he goes down.
Up the bat, number 20, Easton Coutura.
Take your time, Heath. Let's go, kid.
Check, please. Goodbye.
Come on.
Easton Coutura now into the game. In for Cooper Davis. Left-handed hitter.
Take your time.
He's going to swing through that pitch. Hatchkowski set, and the 1-1 pitch on its way. Just misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Still saying that Heath is getting credited for more innings. He came in 5th, right?
6th.
6th.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, just wait. 6th. Two and two the count to Coutura. Hatchkowski comes set. That ball is fouled straight back.
And then I'll take over when we go to the 7th, just because there's like lots of things happening. It's 50-50. Middle of the 7th is stretch.
Oh, good call, yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes to the third baseman, Coutura. Hatchkowski delivers. That's off the glove of Kirsch, and that's going to be a full count. Yeah. No, it's 28.
He's got the wrong jersey on, and it's wrong on the lineup card, too. Guess you're good?
Take your time, Heath.
Full count, 1 away. Top 7. Hatchkowski delivers. Swing and a miss. Hatchkowski delivers the strike, and that's a strikeout, the second for Hatchkowski. Eight strikeouts for the Bombers, so fans that are in attendance tonight are going to take their tickets to McDonald's and get themselves a McDouble. 7 or more strikeouts earns every paid fan in attendance a McDouble from McDonald's. 24 hours to claim that tasty burger. And first pitch, Sanders is going to throw over. Sanders is retired. First pitch swinging. Recker picks that ball up. He's going to throw it over to Hopful, and that's going to end the 7th inning for the Cactus Rats. So right here on the Flow Sports Network, Bombers 5, Energy City Cactus Rats 3. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th inning.
And the 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Allied. Allied Distributors Books Limited has been a locally owned and operated company committed to providing excellent, knowledgeable customer service since 1964. They offer a wide range of products that include auto parts, RV parts, industrial supplies, car and truck accessories, janitorial supplies, and much, much more. Check them out at 315 First Avenue East. And here to sing the classic Take Me to the Ball Game, Christy Mitchell.
Sorry, everyone, let's hear you all loud. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. So it's root, root, root for the Bombers.
If they don't win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Number 26, Troy.
Okay. Bombers fans, WCBL fans, Cactus Rats fans. Here we are, bottom 7. Leading off for the Bombers is going to be the right fielder, Troy Morrow. Troy is going to take the first pitch from Cole Bolton for a strike. Lefty-lefty matchup here. That's going to miss up high.
Your time, Troy, like you can, kid. Use the pitch you like.
1-1 the count. Tomorrow, here's the pitch. Off speed.
Your time, Troy. Use all you like, bud. Take your time.
And Morrow's going to go down on strikes.
Up to bat, number 44, Heath Kachakowski.
Let's go, Heath.
One away.
Kid, let's go. Like you can.
Why is it so quiet?
Big swing from Hatchkowski.
Take your time, Heath.
1-1 the count. Bolton comes set. And he's going to miss outside. Ball seemed to just slip out a little bit. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the pitcher. Pitcher-pitcher matchup. Here's the pitch from Bolton. And Hatchkowski contact. Fouled over the Cactus Rats dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Bottom 7. Bombers up 5-3 on the swinging performance so far of Maddox Shavers. Got all 5 RBIs for the Bombers. That ball is going to come inside. Full count.
Take your time, Heath. Like you can, kid. Take your time.
Hatchkowski, 0 for 2, walked, scored. That's going to be ball 4. So Hatchkowski is going to find himself on base again. And the Bombers have a runner on here in the bottom half of the 7th. So with Hatchkowski at first, time called by Cactus Rats skipper Jordan Blundell. And that might be it for Cole Bolton, and it is. We're going to take a break on the Flow Sports Network with the Bombers 5, Cactus Rats 3.
Now pitching for the Cactus Rats, number 8, Sebastian Meisner. This pitching change is brought to you by Fergie's Limited, your local trusted light-duty agricultural mechanical specialists.
Meisner or Weisner?
Meisner. M-I-Z. I think so. How's it look? Is that all I had to do?
Sebastian Meisner, number 8.
Yeah.
Under
Seven
that.
pitches.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then
Let's go.
33's up for us, right?
Yep. I don't have to change anything on theirs. It's just on ours, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The biggest thing is, I mean, just validating, right? I mean, and then, but that's the biggest. It's easier if you validate every half inning and you find an error, then you just don't advance the screen. Fix it first. Again, he'll write everything down. You can always go back. We can fudge it. Balls and strikes not a big deal, right?
Like getting it right and not having to go back and change.
Oh yeah. When I remember Thomason wanted to fucking kill me. Like game's done.
Yeah.
Go to validate at the end.
All there.
Like second inning, we gotta erase almost everything. Certain things, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can fix it, but
Yeah.
like the other night, right? When that one, it didn't affect anything.
Yeah.
I can't do that. It's still.
Still bumping out.
We do like a puzzle one. Let's be right and slowly back.
Okay, we are back. Now pitching for the Cactus Rats is going to be the right-hander, number 8, Sebastian Meisner. 6'4", 210, sophomore out of Ancaster, Ontario, Sussex Community College. Hedgkowski at first. Hopful at the plate. He's going to take ball 1. Hopful, 1 for 1. 2 walks. He's got the double. Scored on Maddox Shaver's home run. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. So with 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th, Bombers look to potentially add some insurance runs. That ball's going to be fouled. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hopful, first baseman. Meisner comes set. The 1-2 pitch is going to be strike 3. So the opportunity to potentially add a little bit more
Now coming to the bat,
looks a little bleaker as Hopful goes down on strikes. So Maddox Shaver, 2 for 3. He's got all 5 RBIs. Steps to the plate against Meisner. That pitch is going to be up high. Ball 1. Belleville, Ontario native. Second year with the squad. Good discipline to lay off that pitch, and the count is 2-0. Big lights here from Shaver if he can get another barrel on this one. 2-0 pitch on its way. That's going to be up high. 3-0. We'll see what happens with the next pitch. Does he have the green light? The answer is no. He's going to take ball 4. He's going to make his way down to first. That's going to push Hashkowski to second, and that's going to bring up J.R. Bedford. Now, this is the game of opportunity, not the game of failure, as Bedford is 0 for 4. He's got 4 strikeouts, but here he is with another chance. Runner on first, runner on second, 2 away, and Bedford at the plate. Meisner delivers, and that's going to be up, ball 1. They say that baseball is a game of failure. I like to see it as a game of opportunity. You're always going to get another opportunity. Focus on the next. Let's see what Bedford can do here for the Bombers. Meisner. Second pitch called to strike. 1-1 the count, 2 away. Runners on first and second. Bombers up 5-3 on the Cactus Rats. Here's the pitch. That ball's going to be hit high. Center fielder Campbell is going to corral that, and that's going to end the inning for the Bombers. So the Bombers, no runs, no hits, no Cactus Rats errors, and 2 runners left on base. So after 7 complete innings,
All right, fans, get out your 50-50 tickets. We're making a draw for
the Bombers hold a 5-3 lead.
tonight's winning ticket number is C2359.
How much was that for? They might give us the oh my God. All right, here we are, top of the 8th inning. Parker Husu is going to step up to the plate for Jaden Cummings, top of the 8th inning. Hatchkowski still on the bump for the Bombers. First pitch to Husu is going to be fouled back. Hatchkowski jumps out, one strike. Husu, left-hander. Hatchkowski delivers. That's going to miss outside. 1-1. Top of the 8th inning. Getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Sun is starting to set. Getting a little bit cooler at Elks Field. Husu is going to hit that ball up high. Maddox Shaver underneath of it, and he's going to retire Husu with an F4. That's the first out here in the top of the 8th inning. That's going to get back to the top of the order for the Cactus Rats and the shortstop, number 6, 10 Shindo stepping to the plate. 0 for 3 today. Hatchkowski coming set. Ball 1. 5 hits apiece for the Cactus Rats and the Bombers. Not a lot of offense tonight. But the game's not over. Shindo fouls that one back, and the count is up 1-1. Cactus Rats have been here once before. This is their second time, and watching Shindo at short, very smooth, very smooth. Good defending, defensive shortstop. 1-1 the count to Shindo. He's going to foul that one back as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the shortstop, Shindo. Hatchkowski looking in. Comes set. Kirsch sets up. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Good spot. Just a bit outside. Count is 2-2. Hatchkowski looks in, comes set. Gets ready to deliver. And Shindo fouls that one off. 2-2 the count remains. By the looks, Energy City has only left 2 runners on base the entire game. 2-2 count. He's going to miss outside.
Take your time, Heath, like you can, kid. Take your time.
We're at a full count now to the leadoff hitter, top of the order, with 1 away here in the 8th. Shindo, he's going to hit that ball to the third baseman. Seth Recker comes across, and he's going to retire Shindo. 5-3 on the putout. 2 away here in the top half of the 8th inning. So 2 away, that'll bring up the second baseman, Robert De La Garza. 0 for 2. He's walked, popped up to the second baseman, and struck out. First pitch, De La Garza squares, pops it up, foul out of play. Looks like he was going to play a little small ball. Opening up the offensive toolbox was De La Garza, finding any way to get himself on for arguably, well, I shouldn't say arguably, Zach Piles has been a great hitter in the last 2 games here at Brooks. But Timo Aracena can also swing it. Really good hitter. Great hitter. That's back at Hatchkowski. He's going to run it over, toss it to Hopful, and we are heading to the bottom of the 8th. The 1-3 putout for De La Garza, and we've got some firewood on that one as that bat's broken. So, bottom 8, here we come on the Flow Sports Network with the Bombers up 5-3 over the Cactus Rats.
And congratulations tonight to Brad Nisnik. He is tonight's Cooley Coach Lines 50-50 winner of $255. Coming to that, number 3, Christian Altamirano.
All right, WCBL fans attending via the Flow Sports Network. Altamirano's going to lead off. He's going to hit a single into left center. Campbell picks it up, throws it in, and Altamirano leads off the bottom of the 8th with a single.
Number 10, Seth Rector.
Let's see if Adams State Duo can do a little damage for the Bombers here. Altamirano starts off the bottom half of the 8th with a single to left center, and that'll bring up Seth Recker, the third baseman. Meisner delivers. That's going to be called strike 1. 0-1, the count to Recker. That pitch is going to miss outside. 1-1 the count to the third baseman, Recker. 1 for 4 on the day. Singled in his first at-bat. Let's see if he can find a little bit of the outfield grass here in this at-bat. Altamirano with his lead. And Recker's going to foul that one back. Going to run the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Recker falls behind. Let's see the approach. Last time these two met, I think the Cactus Rats ended up turning 3 or 4 double plays. Don't want to jinx us here. But the Cactus Rats defense has taken advantage of ground balls with the runner on first. So nobody out, bottom of 8. Altamirano at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Recker's going to foul that one down the right field line and out of play. Count remains 1-2. Altamirano moving at first. Meisner delivers. That ball's in the dirt. Altamirano gone. That ball's going to get into center, but he is not going to go. So satisfied with the stolen base. And Altamirano steals second base. Single stolen base for Altamirano. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And Recker is going to go down looking. One away. Even if Recker reaches out, pushes that ball to the right side, that's going to get Altamirano to third base and probably going to draw the infield in this late in the ball game. Doesn't happen, but that'll bring up the center fielder, Peyton Matthews. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. One ball, no strikes. Meisner to Matthews. Bottom 8, 5-3 ball game. Altamirano, the insurance run here at second base. Matthews fouls that one behind. 1-1 the count to the center fielder. One. That ball is going to be outside. Meisner really working the outer part of the plate here against Peyton Matthews. Two balls, one strike. Here's Meisner's pitch. And that's going to miss up. 3-1. Matthews, 2 home runs already on the season. Good slugging percentage, good speed. Let's see what the 3-1 pitch happens and delivers. Here we go. That's going to be ball 4. So now we have 2 runners on base with 1 out. That's going to bring up to the plate Liam Kirsch.
Batting, number 15, Liam Kirsch.
All right. Small break in the action. His pitching coach comes out to have a chat with Meisner and Hagen. So with 1 away, runners at first and second, Liam Kirsch steps to the plate. He's going to take the first pitch from Meisner down low, ball 1. Kirsch, 0 for 3 today, but let's see if he can find a way for the Bombers. He hits that ball right back off the pitcher, Meisner, who will not be able to field it. And Altamirano is going to score from second base. That is a single and an RBI for Liam Kirsch. What a play. Single right back off Meisner. The ball moves over to the right-hand side. Altamirano running hard from second base. He'll score. So Kirsch, RBI single as that ball hits Meisner. Matthews to second. He held up there, and Kirsch beat it out as Meisner could not flip the ball to Piles. So the Bombers push 6-3, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Troy Morrow.
Now coming back for the Bombers, number 26, Troy Morrow.
Yep. Troy Morrow steps to the plate. He's got runners in first and second. And Meisner misses low. 1 ball. You got good speed on the base at second with Matthews. So any single is going to be a run scored. And an RBI for Morrow. Here we go. That's going to miss outside. Here's the pitch. Going to be called a strike. Two balls, 1 strike to the right fielder Morrow. Kirsch at first, Matthews at second. Meisner set to deliver. Matthews is on. That's hit a foul. A fly ball. Matthews has got to get back. He will in time. So F7 for Morrow. For the second out. It's kind of one of those where you go, you know what, if you let it go, runners advance, and then the next pitch you do that, you get yourself a sac fly. So we have a pinch hitter. Ormonde is going to pinch hit for the pitcher, Hatchkowski. Try it. So, runners first and second. Ormonde steps to the plate as the catcher calls time. So, Wyatt Ormonde going to pinch hit for Heath Hatchkowski. The pitcher will go into that spot. Here's the first pitch. Ormonde swings through. 0-1 as Meisner works ahead. Here's the pitch. Ormonde hits the shortstop Shindo. He's throwing it over to Piles, and that'll end the inning. So Ormonde 6-3 put out. The Bombers score 1 run on 2 hits. There were no Cactus Rats errors, and there were 2 runners left on base. So we are going to head to the 9th inning with the Bombers up 6-3 over the Cactus Rats.
Get your tickets at tickets.grossbombers.com. And just as a reminder to all those in attendance, we keep our ballpark cooking clean and tidy. We finally ask our fans to grab their empty cans and garbage disposal
All right, here we go. Top of 9. Now entering the game on the mound for the Bombers is number 28, Keithan Vaquera. Vaquera, a freshman at Long Beach City College out of Bakersfield, California, and he's going to face the top 2 hitters for the Cactus Rats in Timo Aracena and Zach Piles. First pitch, Vaquera misses outside. Ball 1. Not going to lie, that looked pretty good from here. And I don't have a good view of the game. 2-0 to Aracena as Vaquera comes set. Looked like the same pitch. But then again, I'm not behind the catcher. 2 balls, 1 strike to Aracena. Two-one pitch. That is going to be singled into center field. Picked up by Matthews. And the Cactus Rats have a runner aboard. So, runner at first. Piles steps to the plate. 2 for 3. Vaquera comes set and fouls it off. Jumps out 0-1. Oh and 1 to the first baseman, Piles. Here's the pitch.
Oh, nice.
Very nice off-speed pitch by Vaquera. Very nice. Must have missed outside. 1-1 the count. Vaquera misses upstairs. 2-1. Kirsch is going to go out and talk. Max Lober is going to come out as well. And Matt Ben is going to make his way out to the mound. Vaquera is 1 pitch away from a double play. Challenge the hitters. Let your defense do the work. So Aracena at first. Piles at the plate. 2-1 count. Vaquera comes set. He's going to miss outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three and 1 the count to Piles, first baseman. He'll throw over to Hopful. Check Aracena. Three and 1. Here's the pitch. That ball's hit to left field. And it's going to be caught by Altamirano for the first out. F7, 1 away. Now stepping to the plate is going to be the center fielder, Elias Campbell. 0 for 3 on the day. Vaquera comes set. That ball is hit high. And Maddox Shaver calls that off amidst 3 bombers out there for out number 2. F4, and the Bombers are 1 out away.
Number 26, Nick Hagan.
Pinch hitter. Now stepping to the plate is going to be pinch hitter number 29, Hunter Ferguson.
Hunter Ferguson.
Let's go, Vaquero. Take your time, kid. Let's go.
So with Aracena at first, Hunter Ferguson steps into the batter's box. Vaquera delivers. Ball one.
That was a good pitch. Come on, Vaquero. Take your time, kid. Let's go. If you can, bud.
Vaquera delivers. It's going to be outside. 2-0. Two and 0, the count to Ferguson.
Come on. That was in there, bud. Come on, Blue.
That was ball 3. 3-0 to Ferguson. 4-pitch walk to the pinch hitter, Hunter Ferguson. That's going to push Aracena to second base. So 6-3, top 9, 2 away. Ferguson at first, Aracena at second. And Easton Katura, the left-handed hitting third baseman, steps to the plate. Vaquera comes set. First pitch in there, first strike. 0-1 to Katura. Vaquera comes set. Here's the pitch. That ball's hit and foul down the first base line. Pass Hoffel. 0-2 the count. Aracena and Ferguson return to their respective bases. Vaquera takes a stroll around the mound, steps back in. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That ball squirts. Runners advance. And the count is 1-2.
Come on, Vaquero. Take your time, kid. Let's go.
That misses.
Take your time, buddy. Let's go. Come on, Vaquero.
2-2 the count. Vaquera to Katura. Keithan comes set. Here's the pitch. And that's a hit batsman. So Katura is going to get on by a hit by pitch to load the bases. That's going to bring out skipper Dylan DeBrouwer. Not quite sure what is transpiring here. Not quite sure what has happened here. But Luis Gallardo is going to enter the game. I'm sure we will get all the details as to the communication between umpires and Coach DeBrouwer in the pitching change of Keith and Vaquera. But now entering the game is Luis Gallardo, and he is going to face the left fielder, Kenyon Sanders. With 2 away, ball 1. Sanders 0 for 3. Gallardo 1-0. Comes set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be taken for a strike. 1-1. 1-1. Gallardo comes set. Here's the pitch to Sanders. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sanders chokes up. Gallardo shakes off, nods, in agreement with Kirsch. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's going to miss low. 2-2 the count to Sanders. Gallardo comes set. Here's the pitch. That ball is hit to Matthews in center field, and he's going to make the play, and that's the ball game. Bombers win. Bombers win. Bombers win. 6-3 the final here at Elks Field in Brooks. Bombers are going to move to 3-2 on the season. With this win, that will move them up in the standings a little bit. Energy City will fall to 3-2. Sylvan Lake is 3-1. Lethbridge 2-3. Okotoks 2-3. Fort McMurray 0-3. The only other final today is Lethbridge's beat Swift Current. So Bombers win 6-3 here, Elks Field. They're on a day off tomorrow, and then they will be on the road Friday, Medicine Hat, and then Moose Jaw for